Hey everybody, it's Justice for Comics. It is Wednesday, new comic book day. We're going to be reviewing briefly books coming out December 9th, next Wednesday. These are books that we've got a week ahead of time notice on. Some of them will probably be sold out on Midtown, so that gives you kind of a clue as to what might be worth looking at your local comic book shop. On the shelf as it comes out next Wednesday. And Midtown's a good site to do this since this comes out every Wednesday right around 2 o'clock. So by the time I shoot this video, it's about 10 minutes to 5. It should give us an idea as to what is at least selling well and selling out on Midtown. So that'll give you some clue there. So let's look into it. I'll give you my opinion on a couple things, and let's jump into it here with books for December 9th. Starting off with Dark Horse. If you collect Alien Original Screenplay number 5 might be something you want to look at. I have collected a lot of Alien books in the past, but decided not to collect this series. Kind of trying to wind down my collecting, try to trim it as much as possible. Just been spending so much this year on comics that I've got to sort of limit it a little bit. Let's see here. It's good. I think that's it for Dark Horse. And I wasn't really going to pick up anything from Dark Horse. For DC, Batman Black and White number 1. I pre-ordered, I believe I just pre-ordered the Momoko cover. I think that's Talia al Ghul, daughter of Ra's al Ghul. And there's a Capullo cover. There's going to be various artists in this. It's a probably compilation of stories and artwork. Yeah, I mean, it's been a while. There's been 2 other volumes previously of Batman Black and White. So yeah, I'm going to probably collect it. I mean, it's usually pretty good, so we'll see how it goes. So that is what's coming out there. Batman 104. I guess that's... I guess maybe that didn't... I don't know, it's an incentive cover. Maybe that didn't come out the week before, so they're issuing it this week, or maybe they have overstock. I'm not too sure. So it's just the C cover. The Barbara Gordon cardstock cover. I've not been collecting any of these. I think Punchline and Clown Hunter incentive covers were the only 2 that I picked up. And that was it. That's the only 2 that I purchased. Another Dark Knight's Death Metal, Last Stories of the DC one-shot. I mean, I don't know. I'm kind of getting burned out on this Dark Knight, so I probably am not going to pick that up. Detective Comics 1032. So I pre-order all the B covers just because I'm a big Lee Bermejo fan. I love his art, and another great cover by him. And it has been good. I think Peter Tomasi does a great job. It's been a solid read. I've been reading it. I think I started reading Detective regularly around 900 and something, 930, 925. So yeah, I've been... over 100 issues I've been reading that book. So yeah, it's a solid read. Let's see. I kind of like this Flash cover. Pretty nice cover. Shows some dramatic action there. By Hitchum Hibachi? I have no idea who that is, but it's a nice cover. Superman Endless Winter one-shot. Definitely picked up the Grizzetti cover in advance. I pre-ordered that. I love Raphael Grizzetti's artwork. Been a big fan of his artwork for a long time. And just another great cover by him. I mean, that's a hot cover. So I'm pretty sure people are going to pick that up. That should do well. Again, you got another Tales from the Dark Multiverse Flashpoint one-shot. May be interested in that. Wonder Woman number 768. Middleton cover's pretty nice. I believe I pre-ordered that in advance. Just more of a cover buy. I don't think the writing on Wonder Woman's been all that great. but that is a really nice cover. That does it for DC. Dynamite Entertainment, I don't think there was anything there that, I mean, Red Sonja is always a bunch of covers. Yeah, that Arthur Sudam cover's pretty nice. Red Sonja, Price of Blood #1. Yeah, just, I don't know. I've not been picking these up lately, so kind of dropping out of that. So no Dynamite Entertainment for me. I am pulling back a little bit. Let me get through that. IDW. Comic Book History of Animation #1. The B cover by Ryan Dunleavy is sold out. I mean, it's a pretty cool cover. I can see why. It's interesting. So that might be worth taking note of. If you see that one, you may want to grab it. It could be a hot book next week. G.I. Joe. Let's see what else we got here. Lock and Key, Salmon, Hell and Gone, #0. Marvel Action Chillers, #3. It looks like the B cover by Sweeney Boo. Interesting name, Sweeney Boo. That is sold out. It's a nice cover. Yeah, I mean, it's nice. I don't think it's anything all that fantastic. But, again, it's probably a 1 in 10 or a 1 in 15. And asking $13.50 for it. It's sold out already on Midtown. So that might be worth grabbing if you see it, especially if you see it on the shelf for cover price. That definitely might be worth grabbing. Last Ronin #1, there's a second printing out. I'm not going to pick it up. I've got plenty of the first prints. I'm not chasing later printings. I know there's a lot of YouTube channels that promote that idea. I don't necessarily think it's all that great of an idea. I think if you like the cover, if it's a different cover and you really dig the cover, I don't think there's anything wrong with picking up a second or third print. I wouldn't pick it up, though, if just because you think, oh, it could be limited. Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I would only buy it if you really, really like the cover. You know, obviously, it should have a different cover than the first print. I don't get these later printings that are basically the same cover as the first print. Maybe they just changed the color background. I definitely would not pick those up. Long term, I don't think those will have any appeal or value. I don't care how low the print run is. First prints should always be worth more. I just don't understand the mentality of thinking that later printings will hold more value than the first print. That should not be the case. Usagi Yojimbo, #15, the B cover. That is sold out on Midtown. Yeah, I mean, I don't really collect Usagi Yojimbo. I think if the cover was really fabulous, I would pick it up. I'm not opposed to buying it. I did pick up the Peach Momoko cover for Wanderer's Road #1. It was a direct sell through IDW's website. I picked 2 of those up for $15, and they sell right now on eBay for $60 to $70. So definitely happy that I did that. This cover's okay. I don't think it's anything great. But there's enough collectors, and it's probably a low enough print run for it to sell out on Midtown. Interesting that Kill Lock trade paperback is sold out. This was a really good series. Livio Ramondelli wrote it and drew it. I had him on my channel a couple weeks ago. Really, really nice guy. He's very creative. I really dig this series. I'd like to see him come out with another volume of it. I'm sure IDW would be interested in doing that. They have him do a lot of work for them. And, some of those issues sold out. I know issue #2 was kind of hard to find, pretty low print run. And I think for a while there, it was selling for like $15 to $20. I think this series long-term is a good buy. And it's interesting that the trade paperback is sold out. So I don't know what the print run is of the trade paperback, but a lot of people missed getting those single issues and wanted to buy it in trade, apparently. So I find that interesting that that's sold out. Image, you got crossover #2, Donny Cates, Jeff Shaw. I don't even know if I have the first issue coming to me. I think I may have bought one of the covers. I don't know. I don't even know. That could be a good series. I'm going to wait and see on it. I mean, there's all these different covers. Just be careful going crazy on the ratio covers. I don't know. I wouldn't go nuts on that. Homesick Pilots, #1. I'm not too familiar with this series. Dan Waters is the writer. Casper Winnegard is the artist. I think I've heard of Casper Winnegard before. Yeah, I have to look into that. I don't know if that's worth picking up or not. There's a bunch of covers. Looks like there's only one incentive cover. It's a turquoise foil cover for $45. It seems a little expensive, but I don't know. It might be pretty limited. It's not sold out still on Midtown, though. Let's see what else. I think that's it for Image. Marvel. Amazing Spider-Man. I've not been reading for quite a while. Waiting for Nick Spencer to get kicked off of it. Avengers #39 is a nice In-Hook Lee cover. That's pretty nice. There's also a Greg Tocchini cover. You got Captain Marvel #24. The regular Jorge Molina cover. I'm kind of burned out on Captain Marvel. I don't know. I don't think I'm going to collect it anymore. I'm going to take a break from that. Conan #17. This is another book that I stopped collecting, I think, at issue #10. There are some pretty nice incentive covers. This EM Gist cover is pretty cool. Definitely has that Frazetta throwback look to it. And you've got a Roberto de la Torre cover. It's pretty nice. That definitely looks a lot like Frazetta's early work back in the day. So I like that cover. It's kind of cool. Almost tempted to get it, but I've not been reading Conan, and I don't know. I think that would just be kind of buying it for the cover type of thing. Guardians of the Galaxy #9. I wish I could see the Ryan Brown cover. I do like Ryan Brown quite a bit. I may have to go to his Instagram page and see if he has that posted, but I'm partial to usually picking up his covers. Nice guy. I've interviewed him on my channel before. Really cool, laid-back guy. Would love to have him on the channel again. You know, him and I were sharing a beer and talking comics and art. Yeah, it was pretty cool. He's a really, really nice guy. He lives over in Belfast, Ireland. And he's been getting a lot of regular work from DC and Marvel for quite some time now. So he keeps himself pretty busy. All right. Juggernaut #4. I've been collecting all the Juggernaut issues. Just, I love Juggernaut. I think he's one of the coolest characters in the Marvel Universe. He's not really a mutant. He gets lumped in with the mutants, but he's not. I mean, it's just a cool character. And I think this, it's been pretty good, the series so far. So it's only a 5-issue miniseries, so, I'll definitely collect all 5 issues. King in Black, Namor #1. So this is sort of a side story to the King in Black series. That may be worth picking up or taking a look at least. Sword Volume #1, or Volume 2 #1. Yeah, the only thing notable here, this is a Jen Bartel cover. It's okay. I mean, usually Jen Bartel covers, I think, have a lot more dynamic coloring to it. This is not that type of cover. She really killed it on that Dr. Alpha, whatever that issue number was. I don't know, #6 or something like that. That came out a couple weeks ago. But that one I don't think is quite as good, so I decided to pass on that. Strange Academy #6, that's been a solid series. The first issue still selling very well. First print still selling around, I think, $40 to $50 range. And it is nice to see that the first print sells more than the other printings. I think that's good. That's how it should be. What else we got here? Venom #31. Venom's been pretty solid. There's been some issues that kind of, I felt like Donny Cates did a filler issue, so I don't love every single issue of Venom that comes out, but I'd say in general it's definitely one of those few Marvel titles. I think Venom, Daredevil, for sure, those are the two series that I think you should pick up. Maybe even Champions. I think Champions has been good so far. I've been enjoying that. But not too many Marvel titles these days. I don't know. A lot of them I'm not that interested in. Going on to Independence, Cimmerian Frost Giant's Daughter #1. I mean, there's going to be a lot of cool covers here. You got a Yoon cover. You got an Anceletto cover. I mean, this one's pretty sweet. Pretty nice. Did some nice work on that. Just a bunch of cool covers. There's a Momoko cover for you Momoko fans. There's a sketch Momoko cover for $22. There's a negative for $36. Yeah, so, you know, maybe pick one of those up if you like it. Devil's Red Bride #3. I don't know if that... I do like Volt Comics, so that might be worth just grabbing to see if it's any good. I think I pre-ordered the first issue. I've got to look and see on my pre-order list. I believe I pre-ordered just the first issue, so I may go back and buy issues 2 and 3. I don't think they've been selling out, so if it's any good, I might go back and pick up those other issues. Yeah, I mean, there's just not a lot coming out next week that is getting me excited. So it's, I don't know. I picked up that Origins #1 just to read it. I don't know if I'm gonna buy the, continue buying it or not. I'm gonna read the first issue first, and then we'll see. Power Rangers, Red Mother. I mean, that series has been decent. Boom Studios. It's definitely a good publisher. 7 Secrets, I think I only picked up the first issue on that. We Live #1, you got a 3rd printing on that. That first printing definitely has been doing well. I'm glad I grabbed that. That's still, I think that's a $20 to $25 book now. Year Zero #2, Volume 2 #2. Definitely been picking these up. Awesome art, especially the covers. Decent writing. Yeah, I collected the first volume. I'm going to continue with it, I think. I think that was it. That was all that I saw for next Wednesday, the 9th. That's all I had for you guys. Kind of a somewhat quick video. I'd like to do these quicker than 17 minutes. Jeez. I'd like to keep it under 12 minutes if I could. I need to talk faster, I guess. All right, everybody. Have a great Wednesday. Pick up your comic books. Make sure you take note of the ones I mentioned on this video for next Wednesday. Tomorrow I have my Whiskey, Cigar, and Comic show. Make sure you tune in. It'll be around 5:30 or so, right as the sun is setting. It's been a little colder, so I'll be all bundled up and smoking a cigar. I ordered my iPhone 12 Max, Pro Max, by the way, so hopefully my Wi-Fi, I won't be on Wi-Fi going forward. As soon as I get that phone, I'll be syncing up to my phone, my 5G phone, and it's supposed to be way, way faster than Wi-Fi. And hopefully I won't have any connection issues with that going forward. So should be getting that phone next week. I'll keep you guys posted on that. All right, everybody, have a great Wednesday, and I'll see you soon.